part in the Grow a Seed in a Bag experiment. Today I'll be using zucchini seeds to show you the process of germination, which refers to a seed waking up and turning into a tiny little plant. To do this, we're going to be taking 2 seeds in 2 separate bags, placing one in light and one in dark, and comparing how light and dark has an effect on the germination of a plant.
The aim of this experiment is to investigate whether light affects the germination and early growth of seeds. This experiment is relatively simple. You only need 2 Ziploc plastic bags, 2 seeds, I recommend bean, but you can use whatever you like, 2 pieces of paper towel, a little bit of water, a marker or pen, and a light area and a dark area to store your plant.
For this experiment, we're going to start off with a Sharpie and label our 2 Ziploc bags light and dark. Next, we're going to get a jar of water and 2 pieces of paper towel. Just start off by folding it into 4 little squares and lightly dampening. Not too much, you don't want to drown your plant. Next, we're going to place our wet paper towels on the table and get our seeds. Like I said earlier, I'm using zucchini seeds, but you can use whatever you choose. Then, place the seeds right in the middle of the wet paper towel. Now, with our labelled bags from earlier, we just want to get our wet paper towel and seed and gently place them inside. Then, just zip that one up, like so. Once we have our 2 bags ready, light and dark, we want to place them in their appropriate areas. For the light, we want it to be in direct contact with the sun. That could be via window sill, or I'm just leaving mine out here in the garden. For the dark, we just want to find a cool, dry place. That could be any kind of storage cabinet. Hi everyone, this is me 5 days after we conducted our experiment. We're going to start off with our light seed. And here we have it. As you can see, it started to grow roots, it has germinated, and is coming along very well. And next we have our very sad looking dark seed.
It is important to check on your seed each day and record down any observations. For me, both seeds began to absorb water and swell after just a few days. A small root started to emerge from the seeds, showing that germination had begun. The seed in the light continued to grow normally and developed green leaves. However, the dark seed also germinated, but its stem appeared longer, thinner, and paler in colour compared to the seed grown in light. The results suggest that light is not required for bean seeds to germinate, as both seeds were able to begin growing. However, light does affect how plants develop after germination. The plant grown in darkness appeared pale and stretched, which occurs because it cannot perform photosynthesis without light. This process is known as etoylation, where plants grow taller and weaker as they search for light. One limitation of this experiment is that only 2 seeds were tested, which means the results may not represent all seeds. Environmental factors such as temperature could also influence growth. This experiment demonstrates that while seeds can begin germination without light, light is important for healthy plant growth and development after germination.